One of the branches of yoga, which is also inherently tantric, the yamas and niyamas, includes one called Ahimsa, which says, do no harm. I've been reflecting a lot on that recently, especially related to how relational dynamics are shifting, and just this question of what is harm, and how has all our culture distorted this concept of do no harm into a huge culture of people pleasers who can't say no, because somehow, like, me saying no, I can't do that right now, feels like harm to a lot of people. So what is harm in its essence? This is a question that I feel like is very much related to what is love, and the whole idea that love is always kind and always patient is not necessarily true. And as I have a fly on me, sometimes love feels harsh and it shakes us out of our stupor of being in our comfort zone. And sometimes that might feel like harm. Sometimes we might feel like we got slapped across the face. And the origin of that was actually love. And, of course, this can get really muddy. And I think it has to get muddy. Because when we're asking what harm is, you always have to look at what the origin of the intention is that is surging. And that might be ego. And if it is, it likely is harm. But it also might be that I am accessing the emergence and the flow of what my soul is telling me to do, because it is in relationship and coherence with what the whole needs and what this specific person needs. I remember the Swami that I studied Tantra with told this story that was pretty shocking. He was shocked when it happened also, that his Swami Rama, that he was walking down the hall one day and he saw Swami Rama smack this woman, one of his other students or followers, smacked her right across the face. And Swami Ravi was totally shocked and was like, oh my God, how could I follow this man? Like, he just smacked somebody across the face. That's awful. How could he treat her that way? And he talked to that woman later in the day, or a couple of days later, and he asked how she was doing. And she said, I am great. I have never felt so loved in my entire life. Her perception of it was that he was offering like a wake up call that she wasn't able to get from anywhere else, that she perceived as love, because no one had ever offered that kind of containment for her. And so, yeah, it might very well get muddy. We might not know in the exact moment, except to check in. And this is why one of the most important things, like, if you're on a journey of healing, one of the most important things that you can possibly do for yourself to get out of old patterns, to bring more love into the world, to et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, is to be present, to cultivate the capacity to stay present and in your body, even amidst overwhelm, and even amidst shock, and even amidst like some part of you like freaking out inside and desiring that something else would be happening. And so the only way to know what harm is for you to internally check in and notice, where is this originating from, this impulse? And if you don't always know, you might just have to try a couple of times and see what the result is. And then you'll get feedback and you'll get reflections and you'll start to get that subtler texture of knowing. Try it on. It's the only way that our world can become more whole, and that each of us can be connected fully into the core of who we are.